Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Vijaypal from St. Peter's Engineering College. I'm the Secretary and Correspondent. I'm in the field of education since 1987, working in school and college education. And I'm happy to be a part of this panel discussion. And thanks to all the previous panel members. Wonderful topic, because they are the most important thing in the modern period is skills. And what more than that we require today. And I think the last session today, I know you've been listening from morning, but you've come to one important session, one last important session for the evening session. Recently, my son, youngest son, who's now studying BTech final year, has got a good grade in his GRE, and he has also written TOEFL, and he has applied for some universities. One of the university has replied to him, "We will not be considering your TOEFL scores." They were shocked why they do not consider this TOEFL scores. He got, I think, almost very close to, as you know, more than 100 will be enough. And the reply that we got is, "You have written the examination not from the center but from your house." So that is the present situation. So on that context, we are going to talk today, not on my son's issue, but on the issues of ethical in education technology. Now I would like to request my panel members to please introduce themselves, and then followed by their opening remarks on this particular topic.
Distinguished dignitaries and guests in the hall, and the panel moderator and distinguished Venkat Ramana garu, Dr. Praveen, Jugge garu, and T. Vijaypal Reddy garu. Good evening to all of you. I think I am alien in this group because all of you are hailing from the business school background, or maybe from engineering colleges. I am from Agriculture University, which is located in Andhra Pradesh, in Guntur district, in Guntur, and I am Dean of Agriculture Engineering in Technology. So that is why I am saying I am alien in this group. So today's topic is ethical considerations in education technology. So we all know education technology means creation and implementation of learning technologies to improve teaching. So wherein in the conventional education technology, we used to have the curricular development, and then delivery methodologies, and then ethical behavior of the learner we take into consideration, and then the context in which we are imparting that knowledge to the learner, and also we take the feedback, and based upon that we develop the curriculum course content and deliver the technologies or deliver the lecture materials, and then continuing the teaching learning process. Whereas nowadays, with the advent of so many advanced technologies into the curriculum, the entire teaching learning process has been transformed. So we are having very much power with the advanced technologies. At the same time, we are having also greatest responsibilities to utilize the technologies properly, ethically, and judicially, and without any harm to the students who are using the technologies. So when we see the different ethical issues that are coming up in the teaching learning process particularly, so when we are talking about the teaching learning process, we talk about the educators, our teachers first, and then students second, and then other stakeholders also we take into consideration, the policy makers and business people also, when we are talking about this environment. So when you see this, everybody knows that data privacy is missing nowadays. It is actually a non-negotiable issue, but still it is missing. So for example, when we are developing our academic university management system in our university to make it fully automated using this advanced technologies, we share with the company the student profiles and other things, which needs to be actually completely stored properly and securely maintained with the encryption protocols. But the company to whom we have given, they have utilized the data to some other purpose, which should not be done in the actual case. So Even though we need to use that advanced technologies because we have to go with the flow and that is needed in nowadays. But so data security and privacy is very much important. So we have to inform the students who are collecting the data, even to the parents, and then judiciously and transparently we have to use that. That is one of the important point. When we say the accessibility thing, in the agricultural university, we have different technologies wherein we are using precision agriculture, drones and other things to impart the knowledge to the students. But it is very difficult to provide the accessibility of these technologies to all the students, to all the people irrespective of their location or the site. And without having hands-on experience on the drones, the students are not able to understand the usage of that particular technology. So we have to think about how to create accessibility of the different technologies that are available in the present context. Like that, so many issues are there, copyright issues, and then cyberbullying and other things. Maybe my next speakers may talk about those things. Then I will next come on to that.
Yes, please. Introduce yourself and then give your opening remarks on this.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Myself, Dr. Praveen J, Principal, Gokaraju, Rangaraju Institute of Engineering and Technology. So our institution is located in Nizamabad. From here it is about some 10 to 12 kilometers. It is established actually 25 years back. Recently we celebrated Silver Jubilee actually, and our institution is offering engineering courses. 11 UG programs and 6 PG programs we are having, and ours is NAC A++, and also NRF. We are ranked in 101 to 150 rank band. So today's topic is very nicely actually curated topic, that is ethical consideration in education technology. So already some of the points covered like data security, data privacy, etc. So other points I'll try to cover. So as we know that these days we have ChatGPT. So if we give any programming challenge or any project, whatever you give, so students are smart enough to use tools like ChatGPT. That is one thing. So now the teachers who are actually designing this question paper assignments should actually consider that it should not be that easy, which actually solved by ChatGPT, and students will only spend some time in social media instead of solving these assignments. Then plagiarism. So these days even some of the tools like this ChatGPT, etc. Even plagiarism also, it is very difficult to find whether it is actually written by student or it is a copied content. So we have to be very careful. Then if you see attitude, skills, knowledge and behavior, these are all the 4 pillars in education. So in this attitude and behavior, these two things will come under these ethical activities actually. So right now in our institution we have one course called Human Values and Ethics. We teach that, and also when this affective skills actually. So soft skills or affective skills. This is a very less discussed topic in education area actually. So always we focus on other skills apart from this soft skills and affective skills. For example, if you see Coursera platform, so all these reviews done by peer review actually. So there we don't have teacher, only colleague student only reviews our assignment and will give grading. So they will take average of the 3 gradings and they will try to give assessment. So that is one of the tool which we are using in ethical or education technology. So we should have transparency in assessment. That is very important thing. And we should have predefined rubric. Let us say sometime in medical or some other institution, they say it is very tough examination. So it only depends upon this teacher's mood. So if he is having good mood, he will clear the examination. Otherwise he has to wait for 1 more year. It should not be like that. So we should clearly define rubrics. What are the actual technologies? What are the things required for a project evaluation or for laboratory evaluation or for theory paper evaluation? If we define rubrics, then it will be very easy for students to acquire that knowledge and be successful in his career actually. Then integration. So now so many tools are coming. So we should avoid rote learning. We should avoid memory based learning because everything is available in internet. So we should That is also one of the most important ethical things. Otherwise, what we do, we make all 60 students sit in the class and just we teach something which is already available on the internet actually. Let us not do such things. So we should incorporate think, pair, share activities like active learning activities, peer learning activities, flipped classroom where the complex things can be discussed in the classroom, where simple things we can give in a video lecture, etc. Or project-based learning. Earlier speakers, they talk about case-based learning, experiential learning, etc. Or problem-based learning. So we need to incorporate these things so that active learning takes place in the system actually. Then now we have so many tools like Kahoot or the Edpuzzle. So we can ask questions while there is a video is going on. We can pause video and we can ask questions so that we'll understand. Otherwise, you know what is happening. So children, they are actually listening in a video class and they are playing a game actually. PUBG game they are playing and they are actually online, they are available actually. So let us not, that is an unethical activity. So teacher should not allow such things. So every 2-3 minutes he should pause, he should conduct a test, or he should ask, he should take opinion or conduct a poll. Or what I mean to say is you engage them. So if you don't engage, that is not a ethical learning actually. So incorporate all the educational tools so that ethical engagement happens. And also when there is a discussion forum and all those things, there should be curation actually. Some teaching assistant or some teacher should moderate the things. Otherwise people will copy, they will try to give the answers in the chart actually. We should discourage such things actually. And always more than theory, we should have practice oriented sessions. For example, Korea, etc. They have 80% hands-on, 20% only they have theory. And also another interesting thing is we should encourage slow learners. So how we should incorporate? You see, if you only concentrate on fast learners, so what happens about slow learners? So that is also one of the ethical thing. And also last one point is like parents and teachers, how we involve them actually in this activity. So in this ethics, already previous speakers also, they were telling about the role of teachers and parents. So we should see that we should involve them in these ethical activities. So I think these are all my points. I will add more points after next speaker. Thank you so much.
Pranam to all and my gurus. My name is Venkat Ramana Kuruhuri and I worked as a Vice President HR for IT companies for 30 years. Sri J. Chaudhary Garu and Sri BVR Reddy Garu is my gurus. I'm working as a Director Training and Career Guidance in Malla University since 2 years. And I interacted nearly 10 lakh people and interviewed nearly 2 lakh people and given job opportunities for 1 lakh people. So the topic when it comes to ethical considerations in educational technology, I always say is that as an HR person, when we take a person into the organization, we always see his attitude. So ethics also plays a very important role because we want to see each and every individual should have ethics and moral and also the values. So that is the reason we always tell them that people should value humans as humans. So that is what actually we would like to tell. In Malla University, which started in 2020 with 1500 students, now we have nearly 16,000 students. We have started a course, a program from the first year onwards. Something like ethical behavior, which is a mandatory for all the first year students to go through that courses. We also give training program on grooming and etiquette, where we talk more about the ethics and values, because once the student go out of the campus, he is the brand ambassador of this institute. So that is what actually we train and groom in each and every individual, that he should follow ethics and values as a mandatory, being a brand ambassador of the institution. So you all are aware that ethics is nothing but a behavior of a person to see how he perform and prove with his positive attitude, mindset with an ownership. That is what actually we always see into it. And nowadays most of the multinational companies are also looking that the student should have an ethics and values. Okay, that is what actually they are looking into it. and that has to impart into the curriculum. It is not only we see the students' ethics, also we see the faculty ethics, okay, because he is going to be the teacher, trainer and learner, and ultimately he is going to be the mentor for the students. So we find this lack of ethics in students, also in the faculty members, and please take this as a positive, because I've seen a lot of the faculty members actually they get trained and they get certifications. When we ask them to get trained, the trainers, they take the advantage and they never give the commitment to the institution, and they just leave the organization and they go and join the other organization because they have lack of ethics. So when you're going to teach ethics to the students, okay, the faculty should also have the ethics, because he is the role model and he is the mentor for the future of the students. So he need to look into those things also. So this actually I would like to share with you all, because when I worked as a Vice President HR, when I go for campus drives, I've seen a lot of faculty members used to call me after the campus drive, and they ask me, do you have any opportunities for us? Okay. So we don't expect them to ask, because that is basically unethical, and we are not supposed to entertain those things. So I request all the faculty members to take the ownership, because they are the role models for the students, and they should ensure that, okay, ethics plays a very important role. In the last, before this, actually there is a session which was about the future ready skills. Okay, we spoke about the future ready skills. That is a very interesting topic where I would like to be there. But in future ready skills, ethics plays a very important role. Okay, and that is a very, very important role. When we talk about the future ready skills, we talk about attitude, aptitude, ability, adopt, and accountability. So that is mandate for a person to prove himself as a professional. So ethics plays a very important role. It is one of the professional skills where the student has to develop. So when it comes to the organization, we talk more about integrity issues and non-disclosure issues. All this come based on the ethics. So we will be going through more about it with our speakers, and because Dr. Praveen is there, who has got 25 years of experience in academic, and Madam is there, who was into academic, and our moderator sir is also into an academic line. So they can talk more about this, and as an industry perspective person, I will definitely pitch on him. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Mani was saying that she is not from the field of engineering and business related schools, but I think she has really started off with, nice copywriting issues, data privacy. She explained so well, and then Dr. Praveen has thrown some light on plagiarism and the tools related to that. And Dr. Venkat has raised the issue of teachers setting an example. When you wanted to teach your students to have some ethics, teachers should set an example. Of course, our topic is now today on ethics in using education technology, but still, whatever is that, unless our teachers, staff have it, it will be very difficult. And I would like to request my friends to speak on what are the precautions that the young students should take while using the education technology, while whether using internet or the Wi-Fi or whatever it is. What are the general precautions that you would like to advise young students to take, each one of you?
Yeah. So it is actually a very nice question. Actually, this content was not covered in our discussion. So in our institution, we have one student club actually. It's called Digital Wellbeing Student Club actually. And we are also offering one course, 2 credit course on this thing. So here we have about 40 different items. For example, bullying is there. Then we have addiction is there, social media addiction. And there are so many, phishing is there. There are so many activities are happening online actually. So we should educate all our young students, as well as, you see, last week you might have seen in news that one IT professional actually victim of cyber this thing. So maybe a few crore rupees from his account actually. So somebody will lure with some, they will say that there is some award has come, something, some cash prize has come, and they will ask your details. So likewise, there are 40 to 50 things are there. So we are actually having MOU with one foundation called End Now Foundation. So there are about 40 to 50 posters. So what we do is we circulate these posters to our students, and for example PIN number, we should not give PIN number, we should not download. For example, what happens generally when we sometime children at home, they'll take our phone and they'll try to download some game actually. So when they are downloading game, it will ask some other thing will also get downloaded with that thing, and we don't know. So whenever they are playing games, so whatever, because our phone is linked with our account number, credit card, etc. When they are playing games, so they will buy guns, they will buy online. So everything we don't know. So suddenly some 5,000, 10,000 rupees. Okay, money is okay, but our data also, our photos, everything will go. So all these things are there. I'm just giving one example. Then if you see the games like PUBG, previously we had a game called Blue Whale game actually. So these type of things actually, they are very dangerous to students, especially school going children, etc. So one has to create caution. So one has to create, so we have some student bodies. So they will educate their family members, their colleagues, students, etc. about all these things. And there is something called black sheep. So somebody will be near to us. They will be following our social media. They will be following us. They will be knowing us, and they will ask a friend request. For a male, he may give a female. Like, so they will try to trap us actually. And so it will create a psychological imbalance that may lead to even suicides, etc. So, and also this addiction. So if you play PUBG game, last week you might have seen in newspaper, one Chinese guy, he was playing for 1 week online games, and he died. So this type of, you see, these PUBG games and PUBG like games. So a lot of psychiatrists and psychologists hired to design these games. So there is lot of violence, lot of active involvement of the candidate actually. Because of that, they are even ignoring whether he is thirsty or he is to attend a nature call. So he is addicted in such a large extent that he is ignoring his nature or bodily requirements also. So this is very catastrophic actually. So there are 50 items. So it is all defined in a one NGO kind of foundation. And now it is they don't charge any money, etc. So it is available. So there are 50 type of posters are created. So my advice is we have to have this type of digital well-being communities in student, and we need to create the awareness among our colleagues and students.
That's nice. I think a lot of counseling is required, and we need to explain the do's and don'ts before the students come into that. Rangaraju on this.
True, and basically what happens is that there should be a lot of awareness programs to be conducted in the institutions, and basically it is not only through faculty members. We need to invite the industry expertise people to come to institutions and speak about the ethics and values, because the reason is that when you ask your child not to do this, he will definitely do that, okay? And if you tell the student don't do this, he will definitely do that, okay? So just leave it to them, because they're all matured students. Let them know whatever they have learned in the lessons, in the life, they have to know about it. So what we sincerely request to the institutions and the faculty members that every weekend, okay, Saturday we usually have some programs, okay? Most of the classworks will not happen on Saturdays. We just keep it for CRT programs and soft skills programs and some clubs and some activities. So let's take it and pledge that every Saturday there will be some program on ethics and ethical considerations and for the educational technology, something like that. People should come forward, and for example, when we talk about the institutions, okay, first freshers are always freshers. And the second year, third year, fourth year students should take the responsibility, and they should be the mentors for the juniors, and they should see that the juniors follow the ethics and everything, because they already have learned in the first year. They should be the mentors for them. So such programs has to be mandatory in the institution, because we all follow the new national education policy, and there is a lot of changes which are coming up through national education policy. We should respect them, and we have to impart such things in the curriculum also. And those activities most of these students learn through activities. Okay, when it comes to the extracurricular activities, team building skills, leadership skills, ethics, values, and all those things will be learned in these activities. So with others, right?
That's a good way of helping students through club activities, and most of the institutions we give them holiday, but I think Saturdays if you are able to use them, and most of the students they are advanced when compared to teachers. I think students are more advanced in using education technology, and unless until they know the consequences in case they don't take care, the results will be very, very bad. Ma'am, your views on this?
Actually, we get most of the students from villages. So once they join the college, particularly for the graduation programs, they are so excited and start using these all advanced technologies. So that's what has happened in some of our colleges. This particularly this Amazon marketing chain. So they get one message: if you sell for 400 rupees, you will get 800 rupees, and if you sell for 1200, you will get 12,000, like that. So with that, some of the students in one of our college lost almost 1 to 2 lakhs. Slowly it came to our notice. So from that time onwards, we started having classes every Saturday evening, awareness on the advanced technologies and how to use it, and how the improper use should be avoided. So we are conducting every Saturday through talk clubs, because we have talk clubs in the colleges. So through talk clubs every Saturday we are conducting the awareness on these advanced technologies. Other than that, for all the 4 years in the graduation program, every Monday 1 hour, 10 students are allotted to each teacher. So that is advisory sort of thing. So that particular teacher, he takes care of all those 10 students academically as well as personally, and all issues related to that student, so that he mentors them in all aspects of academical as well as personal and personality development, all issues, and if anything further happens, then it will come to our notice. So it is working very well in our university. So after that, so many issues have been sorted out.
Very nice. Today morning I was attending a session in JNTU. It's also an higher education summit. There the AICT chairman has come. So as he was talking, he was just telling a small incident, He just tried to, ChatGPT 3.5 version, and then he said, can I know something about AICT? AICT chairman has typed that. And he has got 20 pages of matter on that. And most of those things, some of them, even he doesn't know about AICT. That's the power of that. Then he wanted to test ChatGPT, and then he said, can you write a poem on AICT? And it has written in 10 seconds. He got an answer with 4 paragraphs of beautifully, written poem on that. I mean, even that's an art actually. Writing a poem is an art. It's not a skill much, but now that could do it. He still wanted to test ChatGPT. He said, "Can you please translate into Telugu? I mean, Hindi." And he got it in 10 seconds. Now that is the power of ChatGPT. So he immediately asked the audience here. There are around 1,000 students there. And how many of you use ChatGPT? Believe me, almost everybody raised the hand. And that is the power of ChatGPT in the modern period. And now educationists, the universities, the world over, now they are all struggling, finding different methods, doing a lot of research on how to handle, especially in evaluation, how to overcome this ChatGPT in between the teacher and student in that issue. So, I would like to request you people to please tell me what precautions can be taken by our, educators in respect to ChatGPT and other such things.
Yeah. So that is again a very interesting question, and how we have to deal with it. So for example, in India, most of the examinations are paper-based examination. For example, so there ChatGPT generally will not play any role actually. In laboratory also, most of the laboratory what we do, so generally we don't give internet to them actually. So coming to written examination, laboratory examination, we don't have any threat with ChatGPT. But yes, in project, for example, when we have project, so that is how we have to define the rubric actually. So if we define a rubric, for example, most of the time what happens, let us say I want to integrate some information with the Bluetooth, for example. So let us say if I am able to interact with Bluetooth, let us say LED glows. So student will show, okay, this LED is now glowing, my project is done. So it is not like that. So if we able to want to sell that project in industry, nobody will take that project. So there are some 4 or 5 different type of checkings we required actually. For example, if you want to buy a phone, so you see instead of talking on phone, we have 1,000 other apps running, and phone can be used as multiple things actually. So likewise, we need to define the requirement for a project, so that now recently AICT has come up with a new things called competency based education performance indicators actually for everything. For example, if I am a civil engineer, so do I have skill to have really make a structure? Do I am able to design the software? What are the things I should ensure when I am writing those codes, etc. Design all those things. So we need to actually create that competency based education and performance indicator. Like what level I can design a project, for example. So if I am writing a code, so what level I can write. So most of the things you see, you can ChatGPT can write, but ChatGPT cannot give a solution. For example, let us say Ola is having some issue. You cannot ask ChatGPT to solve that problem. It cannot give, because it is a very complex problem. Only the person who is working on that, for example, a cloud activity is there. So some cloud services you are not able to link. If you ask ChatGPT, it cannot give a solution. So we require people to really solve the complex problem and see that how we incorporate this plagiarism, and also we have this thing called Bloom's taxonomy, higher level thinking order skills actually. So generally we should avoid rote learning, listening and understanding type of questioning, memory based questioning. We should go to advanced level like apply, analyze, design, evaluate kind of thing. So once you increase the required competencies, naturally let them use ChatGPT, but we should increase the bar. So that is what we do in our institution, and also other institutions like IITs and other institutions, if you say MIT, etc. So everything they are actually planning to have hands-on. So they want to reduce memory, and everything is hands-on, and how we have to develop technology using technology. So that is what we have to do. So where ChatGPT or generative this type of algorithms role is very less. And also if you ask something which we can learn through hands-on, ChatGPT may not give such things actually. So we need to emphasize more on skills and more on higher learning order, teaching and learning skills actually. So that is what we need to follow.
Actually, we are all shifting from writing examinations to through paper to the online. Yesterday, I was speaking to one of the college. They have actually converted it almost into university. They say that we do not have any paper. Neither the question paper nor the answer paper will be on this one. Every student will have a tab. Answers will be written there. Straight away, the answers are going to the evaluator in the form of this one. They will evaluate digitally and then send it. Now the present system is, for example, St. Peter's Engineering College. We have an examination paper, and then the examination department will take a scan of all the copies and then send it to 3 evaluators, and we normally do the process. But now this is changing. Now in this scenario, ChatGPT and other things, when they are writing on paper, it's okay, but when they are doing digitally, the challenges will be more. Venkat, I think you are from industry. I think you should have more ideas about this.
Yeah. See, one thing I would like to tell you about that new course which has come up is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay. To be open with you all, okay, it is not artificial intelligence and machine learning. It is an artificial man learning. Okay. Later on, people will learn why the artificial intelligence has come. Let me be very open with you all. Okay, in Malla Reddy University, we have computer circuit courses only. Out of 100, 80% students are into artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay, and there are no students who are taking the core engineering courses. As an HR person with 30 years of experience, I would like to tell you, core engineering is always evergreen. Okay, all these artificial intelligence and other courses are all bubble. We do not know what happens. If anything happens to USA market, we are all gone. Okay. So this is not a threat, but we have to be very cautious. Computer courses are something we can learn afterward, after 6 months or something like that. It is nothing new thing. Because what I would like to tell, artificial intelligence and machine learning is a threat for everyone, and to get a jobs also it is very competitive, because people who have already gone through the artificial intelligence machine learning, they are unemployed. Okay, out of 100 there are only 10 maybe 5 or 6% people have got the jobs. Okay, so you have to be very cautious in such things, because that is where ethics and values will come. Okay, and people should know. Okay, we are seeing some new things which are coming in the newses, and we have been seeing that through artificial intelligence there are a lot of threats happening, and we have to be very cautious. So here certainly the ethics plays a very important role, because whatever the technology we are learning, we have to be very cautious, and we have to use for the society, for the development of the society, for the state and for the country and for your career. So these things people have to keep in their mind, and they have to take it very seriously, and that is what, as an industry expertise person in HR, when we take a person into the organization, we always see a person should have a positive attitude, mindset with ownership, which fit into our work environment, work culture. We want to see that the person has got an ability, adopt and accountable to take any project, because he has to work with the project, he has to work with the client. So as a soft skills and professional skills, okay, and we always speak about the LSWR, okay, listening skills, speaking skills, reading skills and writing skills, which are mandatory. A part of these also, ethics also is a part of the thing which is required for everyone. So the whole technology, and because now we are not calling as an information technology, now it is called as an innovation technology. We are seeing a lot of innovations which is happening. We are very thankful to Sri J. Chaudhary Garu, who is the STP director, and he is the man back for the development of high-tech city. Okay, and he was the South Indian director, and he is the man Vision 2020. Okay, we can see that there is a lot of development, and thanks to our KTR Garu, who actually developed and brought the innovation centers like T-Hub and T-Works. So these all are there where we can learn ourselves, and where ethics are required.
Ma'am, can you please help us? What is the role of teachers and parents in inculcating ethics to young students and using the education technology?
First of all, the teachers should follow the code of conduct with all the ethics before teaching to the students. They should follow that. Once they follow, generally the students will also, since they teach the teachers take the teachers as a role models, they also follow. For example, when the teacher is teaching the student, he should completely think in terms of the development of the student. He had to put all his efforts without any partiality. He has to give all his subject knowledge, and then he should concentrate to develop the critical thinking of the student, so that the overall development of the student will take place. So when the teacher is following the ethics, definitely the student also will follow following the ethics. So as Sir said, when we are seeing the research publications nowadays, so all because of the artificial intelligence and other advanced technologies, so much of plagiarism is coming. And when we see the number of publications, India ranks first. But when it comes to the quality publications, the India citations, India stands nowhere. That is because since the students are not able to develop the competent skills to analyze, to write. So if the teacher, since from the beginning, focuses on how to analyze the problem and how to design the problem and how to develop, like that if he focuses and then mentor the student, definitely those skills will be improved, and then student will not go into the path of doing the plagiarism. He definitely he definitely does not violate the copyright rule, and whatever material he copies, he will definitely give the citation, and he follows and he respects the intellectual property rights also. So from the beginning, the teacher should be the mentor for him, for the student, in terms of honesty, integrity, and then discipline, and definitely the student will follow the path. Even parents also, because normally the ethics starts from home, and then from the school, and then from the college, and then at religious places. So at every step we are seeing the things and learning the things. So only thing is proper framework, if it is there, then definitely the student will follow the path. So institutional culture is also very much important, wherein, like if we see the important reputed institutions like IITs, BITS, there when the calendar is set without even deviation of one day, the entire calendar will be followed. But if we go to some of the institutions, so according to the teachers' needs, students' needs, and administrator needs, the calendar will be changed. So institutional culture is also very much important, wherein definitely the student, along with the course curriculum, he develops the skills and then he follows the ethics.
Yeah. Sir, Praveen sir, on this.
Actually, sir, like we should also think from teacher's perspective also. Many times in this type of forums, so many times we talk that teacher is at fault actually. So what I think, like first of all, we should also create a good platform for teacher. So for example, if you see, we always talk about very great institution. So similarly, lot of facilities are also provided for teachers. So likewise, we should provide first of all very good facilities for school teachers and the teachers who are actually there in private degree colleges, private colleges, wherever teacher is there. So he should have access to learning platforms first of all. So many like software companies and other companies, they are actually giving some under CSR, they are giving lot of knowledge transfer actually. But at institution level, do we have facilities for teachers where they have, let us say, some computers, some time for them to learn these things, and do we give some recognition to them if they learn something, etc. So that is one of the thing I think, because so many times, because whenever teachers get better opportunities, they try to leave this institution actually. That is happening because now there is a lot of demand to computer related courses, and it is becoming a very challenge task to institution like us to retain faculty members. So we train them 2-3 years, then once we think that faculty is in a very good position to deliver the technical content to the students, suddenly the neighboring college or institution will give better offer. So immediately we'll try to switch to that thing. So instead of that, if we can create some better opportunity to teachers, so then he will stabilize actually. Then we can talk about ethical things actually. Otherwise, what happens? There are lot of challenges are there with respect to retaining teachers coming to public sector actually. If you see government sector, it is may not be that problem, because getting government job itself a challenging thing. So there may not be frequent switching in these things. So that is one point what I am thinking. So then the next point is when teacher is taking the sessions, for example in education, technology, etc. So he should have similar ethical rules for evaluating. For example, we have girl students, we have boys. So how he should not have any discrimination. Similarly, region wise also, if somebody is coming from northeast, somebody is coming from North India, South India, so you should not have any regional these things also. If you see, if somebody like our children, they are going to different countries, so they don't have anything there actually. So there, this type of discrimination are there, not there, because it is a international institution and all this training is already happened there. But this type of training is not given to our teachers. So that is how we get sometimes ethical issues. So when teacher is having assessment, so there should be a clear definition how he has to actually give assessment with respect to students. So that is one thing. The second thing is with respect to parents actually. So like many times we say that children are addicted to phone. So if you see their parent, both mother and father, they are more addicted than children. So children will learn from their parents actually. So we should see that parents, whether are they are spending time. Similarly, software engineers are there. So both are working in industry, both will work late nights, and they have international calls. So generally they don't give time to their children actually. So because of that, what happens? So children will download some app, chat, and they are continuously chatting with their students, and psychologically also we need to monitor. So there is a lot of importance of these teachers and parents with respect to ethical values what we built in students actually. So it should start from home, it should start from teachers actually. But whatever issues are there, like parents are not having time, teachers are having their own challenges. So if we can address, we cannot address all the problems, but if we can address some minimum problems, then I think these things will actually create lot of impact on student ethics actually.
I just want to tell that every faculty should be ATM. ATM is not anytime money, it is something like anytime mentor, okay? So every faculty has to be an ATM in each institute, and we can see a dynamic changes in the institution growth because parents trust us and they see that the child will be learning not only education, he will learn the ethics and he'll come out with as a professional and a good responsible citizen to the society as well as to the country. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I think when it comes to teaching ethics, I think there is no better person than the faculty and the parents. And from my point of view, I think if a teacher wanted all their students to read and write on their own, teachers also should do the same thing. Every day teacher brings through ChatGPT or just a PPT and explains, and students also will do that. So if a teacher is referring a lot of books, and at the end of the day, if a teacher is going to tell us, I have referred so many books, please go to the library and go and refer them, the respect of student, on the teacher will almost multiply. So I think we should start our teachers helping the students in that way. And the students always will feel, yes, my teacher is going through a lot of books, they are almost original. And in case whatever they are doing it, if you are citing from which website you got this material, from which book you got this material, I think that's what we should all learn. Citation is most important, and we should teach our students and also the teachers. And as rightly said, parents should set an example, and especially in the early stages of their childhood itself, parents should tell them what to see, what not to see, how to take care, and for what sites should they respond. All such things, precautions if they give, set a framework for them. I think that will be the best one. So thank you so much, all the panelists here. I request from the audience any questions or your insights on this particular topic you can just share with us.